My name is Melissa Carroll, and today I would like to talk about the present perfect tense and its relationship to the present.
The present perfect is connected to the present. It began in the past and continues today if you put for and since there, but that is only one way that it is connected to the present. There are others that I will show you in this grammar PowerPoint presentation. So as you remember, it's unspecified in the past, and that just simply means that we never say when. We never anchor the present perfect into the past with a time word or a time adverb like yesterday, last year. Those are meant to go with the simple past. With the present perfect, it's in the past. We don't know when. When is in fact not even important. So you remember that the present perfect is used to discuss life experiences, and travel is one of them. So for example, I have traveled to China to see the Great Wall of China. But there is a connection to the present. Can you see it? Do you understand that when you travel, it is a life experience, and when you have life experiences, you change who you are perhaps today as a person? So the experiences that we have in life kind of affect us today because we today are a result of all the life experiences that we have had. Actions up to and including the present is another way that it is connected to the present. It began in the past and it continues today. The present perfect is very clearly connected to the present when you use for and since. When you use for and since, you actually anchor it in the past at a specific time that it began and it continues to the present. For example, I have played the piano since I was 5 years old. I began to play the piano when I was 5 years old, and I have continued over time, and today I still play the piano. So it's true today, and it was true in the past. It's connected to the present because it's true today. Another example would be, I have lived here for 20 years. You might recognize the map of Vancouver Island, well, all of British Columbia really. Now, it is also connected to the present when there are recent actions completed near the present. It has just happened. This is a way that it is connected to the present because it happened a moment ago, perhaps, and there's evidence in this present moment of that thing that has just happened. What's happened? We often say, what's happened? Or you're upset. Oh my goodness, what's happened? There is evidence now that something has just happened. For example, I have just dropped my ice cream cone. You see that the ice cream cone is on the ground, and you're like, what's happened? What's happened could be, I've just broken my leg. Well, there's evidence now that something has just happened. The evidence is, of course, I'm wearing a cast and I have crutches. I have just woken up. The evidence is looking in the mirror. I look tired and sleepy. I'm not quite awake yet because I have just woken up, and there is evidence of that on my face. You can see how close to the present that this time really is. I have just finished the marathon. You can see that I have crossed the finish line and I am pooped. I'm so worn out. I did it. Yay. Very, very proud of myself. Other examples could be, I have just finished my homework. There you see I've closed the homework book and my pencil and my eraser are sitting on top. Yay, now I can go play video games or go to the pub with my friend. I have just returned from Italy. You know this because you see all the bags in my house that have not yet been unpacked. Or I have just met the man of my dreams and I'm walking around on cloud 9. The opposite of what has just happened could be what hasn't happened yet. So in this present moment, that's how it's connected to the present. In this present moment, I have not yet traveled to Europe. For example, I haven't been to Europe yet. I haven't finished my homework yet. I haven't met the right guy yet. Or it has already happened. So in this present moment, you might suggest some activity and I'll say, but I have already done that. For example, I've already finished the dishes. You could say, oh, please do the dishes. And I could say, but I have already finished the dishes. I've already read that book. You might say, oh, do you want to read this book? No, because I have already read that book. Or I have already seen that movie, so I don't want to see it again. That's the connection to the present. Your turn. Let's do a bucket list. Do you know what a bucket list is? A bucket list is a list of things that you want to do before you die. And so what I want you to do is make a list of all the things that you want to do, but include things on that list that you have already done that were on your list, but you have checked off your list. For example, maybe graduating from university was on your bucket list, or studying English in Canada was on your bucket list, and you have already done that, so you can check it off. But there are many things on your bucket list that you have not yet done and wish to do before you die, of course. So for example, my bucket list would be travel the world, learn Italian, buy a beach house, live in France, learn how to scuba dive. You'll notice that all these verbs are in the infinitive. So when you make your list, use infinitive verbs for now. Now it's your turn to make your list. Put as many things as you want on your bucket list. Now I want you to make sentences from your bucket list. So you have some things that you have already accomplished and some things that you haven't done yet. So I want you to make sentences. Here are some examples. I have already traveled to many countries. I haven't been to Croatia yet. I have already learned French, but I haven't learned Italian yet. So I want you to make sentences in the present perfect using already and yet. Now I want you to share your bucket list. Go through your list at your table. Each of you share what you've already done, what you haven't done yet. Feel free to ask follow-up questions too. Another way the present perfect is connected to the present is that it's very near the present because it is unfinished. For example, the week is not over yet. So we have gone to the pub once already this week, but sure, let's go again. You can do it one more time. That's the connection to the present. So you have already gone to the pub. That's your experience in the past. But the week is not over yet, so there's a possibility you may go again. The present perfect likes to use multiple times. For example, I've had 2 cups of coffee. I have had 2 cups of coffee this morning. Maybe I will have one more before the morning is over. I have read Harry Potter 3 times. I liked it so much. I might read it again in the near future. Another connection to the present is change over time. Change over time, such as you've changed since the last time I saw you, meaning perhaps from these 2 pictures, you were slim in the past and then you got either muscular or fat. I'm not sure what that means. Change over time, oh, you've changed your hair. Change over time could be you've changed a lot. You've gotten older. Discussion time. Take turns asking and answering these questions. How have you changed since you came to Canada? What is something you would like to do in Victoria that you haven't done yet? Don't forget to review. The end.